Sexual abuse is nothing less than a worldwide plague, happening in every country, regardless of gender, social class, religion, or, worst of all, age. According to recent statistics, 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys is sexually assaulted before they turn 18. This is one of the reasons why April is National Child Abuse Awareness Month in Canada, as well as Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month. In Hamilton, I'm involved in a homegrown effort to spread awareness of support groups and hotline numbers, simply called the Child and Sexual Abuse Awareness Event. It will be held on April 25th from 12:30 to 5 p.m. at the corner of King Street and James in downtown Hamilton. In other words, it's the entrance to Jackson Square closest to Gore Park. What we're doing is collecting and redistributing pamphlets and phone numbers for support services in the Hamilton area, so we won't be taking donations. Save those for the actual shelters and clinics, please. It's also a busking event. It's sort of a small-scale benefit concert. So if you're a poet, singer, or musician, by all means come on down and get people's attention. And boy, do we ever need to. According to the most recent stats that I can find, the median age for a sexual abuse survivor is just 9 years old. Nearly all are abused by someone who they know and trust, as many as 40% by a family member. It also happens a lot more than you might think. It's estimated that in this part of the world alone, there are about 40 million childhood sexual abuse survivors. Think about that. Not only is every 4th or 5th kid in public school being raped by a close friend or family member, but altogether you can fill an average-sized country with the number of kids being preyed on. No, make that betrayed and shattered. It really is something of a miracle that any of these kids can get themselves back together after something that horrible, and without help, the odds are definitely against them. Children who have been sexually assaulted are much more likely later in life to become severely depressed, permanently traumatized, develop eating disorders, lash out, get hooked on booze or drugs, attempt or commit suicide, or worst of all, become abusers themselves. Finally, I really hope that this goes without saying, but if you have any solid reason to believe that a child is being abused, report to the police immediately. Most sexual offenders have up to 9 victims, others have 40 or more. It has been said by some that the average molester may have as many as 400 victims in his or her lifetime. Speak out for those victims. You may be surprised at how many of them are children you see every single day as you go to work. So if you want to contribute to this, please email Lindsay of The Sadie Project at thesadieproject@gmail.com. Or just drop by the corner of King and James in Hamilton on the afternoon of April 25th. Once again, don't worry about donations, just bring whatever information you can so we can get it out to the people who need it. That's it for me.